Hello and welcome to Heroes of History. This time we are looking into Tomoe Gozen. Well, she is an area damaging hero and has some ordinary infantry. He has ordinary hit points. Well, not too much defense, but a lot of attacks, and we love that, especially when we're doing area attack. Now, normal base damage, a little faster attack speed, 75 instead of 60 melee range. Fast movement speeds, evasion, non-crit chance 25%, so a bit higher, and crit damage is 150. Now let's look into the ability. Sakura Slash. Initial charge 3.6 seconds, that's okay fast. Regular charge 12 seconds, a bit slow, but well, significant enough. And she does a stomp/bleed, strikes the ground with her spear, unleashing a shockwave that deals 244% damage to all enemies within a range of 3. Affected units have a 30% chance to bleed for an additional 20%, plus 10% if I upgrade, damage over 6 seconds. While she is at level 11, so that can be quite some things here. Let's just up it one just for the fun of it, and there you go, 30%. Next time it's another 10%. So this will be significant bleed damage if we're up against her. Now she is fully awakened, so she doesn't get any better for a level 40, not unless I upgrade her even more in the level section or ability section. The first one gave 6% attack, then 25 points focus, attack 12%, another 20% of attack, 38 points in total. That's quite a lot, and then crit chance of 20%, which is why she has a high level of critical chances. Now let's look into how this works on the battlefield. Now let's take the one we took with the last hero and start here with province number 1. Now here's the setup. We got Beethoven, we got here Tomoe Gozen, Bismarck, Ashoka the Great, and well, I can't remember that American guy right now. Well, Thomas Edison, I think it is. So let's jump into it like he does and see how it works. You can see here how the shock damage unfolds on all the heroes, and on the certain also on all the hero units around him has different levels of well hit points. So it works quite well here in the first round. Not too much damage taken, and not too many units here in the second round either. The first one was only 28%, as we we're at 72% hit points there. But as you can see, she doesn't have a lot of hit points, which is why, and with the low defense also, well, she takes a lot of damage, and easily and really fast, which isn't super great when you want to well, win the battle. There's 39% left, so there's a huge wave here that can actually be difficult. Now you see these are the same type of units, and you see some of them are still well, losing hit points while we watched without anyone hitting them. As you can see, we lost her because, well, she does kind of die a little too fast. Bismarck is getting close, but I'm beginning to feel confident because he is coming another healing, and well, Ashoka is still great, and there's barely any units left. Even the Trebuchet and the Catapult and the Ballista here is in dire trouble. Let's look at the battle stats here in a moment and see if Tomoe did anything real damage. Let's see here and go. Now good, I didn't notice she does any healing, Tomoe Gozen. Did I miss something when reading her ability? Well, let's just take a look. Well, no, she doesn't do any heal. I just forgot I put the falconry glove on her, and it gives her 6% health recovery for every unit she kills. So that was why there was some healing. well, I'll try to refrain from putting that in my conclusion of her as a hero unit. So let's continue here with fight number 4 in this province and see if we manage well. Now, as you can see, she starts the fight here, and everything can easily go sideways. Well, now she's in the thick of it. She can deal damage to a lot of units, and right now she doesn't have a lot of troubles actually keeping herself alive, because, well, there's loads of help around her, especially with that guy actually, Mr. Edison, making such tremendous effort jumping around, and I can see why his constant jumping is such a boon. It comes down to him actually jumping quite often and quite fast, so compared to Tomoe Gozen, who's already dead, well, he's way more effectful. Even though, well, the battle seems to be going almost sideways, he does a tremendous effort keeping our enemy at bay and delivering the real killing blows that we need. Let's look at the battle stats and see how badly Tomoe did do. Well, she might do a little bit better than Beethoven, but not much, at least not on the combat stats. We can say Beethoven has a good thing about him, because he actually does some stunning, and that helps the others quite a lot. But as you can already clearly see, Tomoe's main issue is actually that she is way too vulnerable in a fight. When someone finally starts hitting her, well, she dies too fast. So that's a major issue when you use Tomoe Gozen. If you can keep some tank in front of her, so she won't be the one taking the hits. Well, as you can see here, look at this beautiful massacre. She does outstanding, because she gives that much damage away, but you need to keep her safe from harm to have the full effect. As you can see now, she is dying so fast, it's insane. And we even got Mr. Edison in front here taking a lot of it, and still she just die like there's no tomorrow. And you can see, well, Mr. Edison really isn't the best either. He also dies quite fast, but, well, he will survive this round. Let's see the stats here. It might be a bit better for Tomoe, but not that much, I think. Well, let's continue to the next fight and see if that shows anything different. But as you saw here in the last fight, well, the area damage is really great if you can keep Tomoe safe for long enough to really do her boom. Right now, when you can hit that many at once, she is really effective because of her high attack power. So there's no doubt about that she's useful and really strong. But you just need to give her the option. Now let's see if we can actually manage a 3-star win before she's dying. Because now, well, Bismarck is taking the attention at a critical point here. Maybe we can get some healing in. And hopefully another strike from her side before dying. Nope. It's insane how fast she loses health. So again, get a tank and get that tank in front of her, and then she will do wonders, because she can really do the damage. It's just hard to see in these battles as she doesn't, well, fully go through. But on the other hand, well, Mr. Alva Edison is, well, way faster around the battlefield. But even though he is faster around the battlefield and everything, she just won the most valuable player on the field, giving even more damage. So she is strong, no doubt about it. Now let's go to the final battle test here, and let's make some conclusions. Apart from what I've already made through the videos so far, let's continue in this one. Let's go. Nice landing, and oh, nice timing, Tomoe. That was a great timing. Just keep yourself alive a little longer, because this is a one-way battle. Which will apparently not reach the second hit on. Or will she make her second power useful? Well, there wasn't barely anyone left, so that didn't really procure the best of ability for her to show how much she can really damage, but if it's rather high, it's still impressive. Well, and that's from one area strike in the midst of it. It's really large range she has area strike in, so that's why it matters that much. Let's look it over in a moment. Now here's the collective stats, and compared to changing her with Charlemagne here, you can see there's only a little less damage for Otto von Bismarck, so it's a compatible scenario. Compared to Charlemagne, she gives way more damage. Well, but her lack of survivability gave us a rough time. A little less for Beethoven, Alva Edison, also a little less, so it's taken by Tomoe Gozen because she does that large area damage as she does, and Ashoka the Great, that, well, he is just barely in the fight and doesn't change much. Let's see, damage taken, Bismarck takes a lot, and even though dying, and because she's dying so fast she doesn't get the healing, well, she still ends at the same damage taken as Charlemagne. Insignificant for Ludwig van Beethoven, and well, somewhat the same for Edison, but as he stands alone at the end, he takes a little more damage, not too much. And I even saw one where we hit Ashoka the Great. Now, as you can see here, that relic, it really helps a little. It gives an average 1,000 hit points there, and well, that's a help to keep Tomoe alive. And on top of that, well, the battles were rather quick because, well, Ashoka the Great gave way less healing. Even if we take into account what Tomoe got from her relic, it's still way less damage, so it really finishes his battles fast. So if you can find a good tank to put in front of Tomoe and make sure he stays in front of her so she doesn't take too much damage, well, you're in for a treat. She will finish the fight for that team. I will say thank you for watching this video.